The Championship Auto Racing Series, and this is round 1, Daytona. Pole sitter is Eric Garden, and he would lead a 40-car field, including stars from T Master Cup, National Dirt Trucks, Italian Touring Car League, Arla, and a couple of other minor series. He would get a good jump over Master Cup driver D Clezl. That's a Camelot entry, I believe. I don't remember. But, see, Giovanni Augustini, Italian Touring Car League driver, not a champion, that's his teammate I'm confusing him with, comes up strong. But it was ex-Arla driver B Karnes who would lead the first lap. He's technically, though, he's a rookie, and he becomes one of the first rookies to lead his first lap. And here you see former Junior Series driver D Jacobson. He goes 3 wide for the lead on lap 2. And he'd get it with, I think that's R Tassini, and then caution 1 on lap 4. See, Chris Stafford gets hit by Boris Fitzmanov, and then gets into the 12, Charlie Box. Keith Darte is involved. And R Tassini goes spinning in one of the Auto Grill Volpes for Scuderia Azzurri. Here's Charlie Box's onboard. See, he's behind Tassini and his teammate Giovanni Augustini. They get spun. Then here's Keith Darte. And he just pops the clutch and gets it going. Helicopter view following Keith Darte. You see he goes low, tries making it through a hole, but the 12 car is there and they go spinning. Up the track, Duncan Drano, he goes, for some reason, 4 wide, runs in the back of Steve Hampton Jr., then gets hit by Leslie Venato and Doug Van Goth and Rocky Reynard. Drano would be parked and Van Goth would be out of the race. In the restart, Giovanni Augustini took the lead from D Clezl, because I believe someone pit here. I don't remember who it was. Watch this save. Rookie Nicole Barker makes a save and passes people. Of course, we don't have a rule for that here. And caution 2, lap 13. See, Barker runs into the 08 of Graham Hodge. She tries blending back up on the track. Gets into Danny Ross, I think that is. And several cars get involved. Dan Jacobson spins with Paul Ginn and Susanna Kalaborova. And here we see the Certa-Pro onboard camera. This is Dan Turk. He goes and just runs in the back of Rick McKee, Barney Licoritas, Kyle House. That was Jessica Ronstein. This goes towards Fitzmanov, and here's Ronstein's on board. Here she comes. She also tries to enable the brakes, but doesn't do it. She goes into Licoritas. There's Johnny Darte, that red and white car. And Jacobson. His teammate, though, hit. Yep. R Tassini had an electrical issue that needed repairing, and he only won. Here is, I think that's B Karnes following Giovanni Augustini. And then no caution here, but D Boswell and I think that was Graham Hodge went spinning, as Clezl took the lead. Clezl passes R Tassini rather easily. Surprised, would think he might help his teammate there. And then Clezl gets back around Augustini, Todd Fields, and Noto then hangs him out to dry before he can get around the 54 car. Andrew Great, driving for Bruce Panhart, pits from damage sustained in that accident. And here is the lead pack with R Tassini trailing behind. And that's lap traffic, Rocky Reynard and Rock Bidley. They have some issues getting around them, as you see here. Augustinni goes ahead. And then here's the second pack. Carnes in second, third is Garden, fourth is Clezl, and I think Todd Fields gets stuck behind. As you see Augustinni here catching up, and this is the second pack. This is sixth through 11th, I believe. Danny Ross, Susanna Kalaborova, N Arume, J Weiss, H Richter, and Trevor Unser, who started in the last row. Watch this. Kalaborova gets into Ross and Rocky Reynard, and D Boswell is forced to pit with that issue from the spin. The third group, contains Chris Stafford, the Darte brothers, Dan Jacobson, and Kate White. Here's some more lap traffic. Rick McKee, Nicole Barker, and Charlie Box, who had damage from that second crash. And Box was involved in the first one too. Here, Eric Garden finally gets the lead as he goes on the inside, and then there was a caution on lap 39. Johnny Darte spins, gets into the 73 and the 64. The 73 would have to pit. Here's the 64s on board. Scrapes 52 and then the wall. On the last lap, it was Eric Garden leading. You see he's got a big lead, but could he hold it off? He comes down into turn 3 and turn 4. You see Trevor Unser and Giovanni Augustini, but they cannot catch up. Eric Garden wins. And then 5th place Henry Cohilson breaks down right after the race. He just stops. And there's the top 10. Eric Garden, D Clezl, Trevor Unser, Giovanni Augustini, Henry Cohilson, N Arume, Graham Hodge. And that was the top 6.